Plaintiff Qua Wims is a rapper and small business owner who claims his best friend borrowed his car, then brought it back with a burnt-out engine. He's suing for $1,874 for repairs and lost income. Defendant Mase Liberty is a fellow rapper and online business owner who claims he didn't damage his buddy's car.
You're both rappers?
Correct. Yes, sir.
One rapper suing another rapper?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna get a bad rap. That's what you're gonna get.
That's crazy. I was just talking about that. That's crazy.
I got 1,000 of them. So let me hear you rap.
Man, I thought you was my dog. Why you trash my car? It don't matter if you ain't meet it. It's the principle. Dog, you gotta run this bag. It ain't gonna fix itself.
Taking me to court, but you know that's not scaring me. In front of the crowd, and now they judging like Jerry. Did I mess Qua's car up? Barely. I cannot pay for that because I am not a charity.
There you go.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
So what I get from you guys is you had a car and he needed a car.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pretty much I let him borrow my car and he think he can just return it any old type of way. Right now I run a rental car business on hire car.
Yes.
And I started that around like November and everything. Around that time I was renting my cars for about like $35, $40 a day, just so I can get everything pushing because that's what the market was asking for.
Yeah.
Now I'm offering my cars for around $90 to $100, so it's a big difference now. I also have a 7-year-old little son and I have a 4-year-old and another one on the way, so that's another reason why I'm actually doing this too.
Sure.
Around that time, he crashed his car, he hit a deer or whatever, and he was like talking to me, he was venting, you know how it get with somebody talking to you about something bad happening to him and all that, so you just like feeling bad, you feel me? So I'm like, all right, I got all these cars, somebody just returned the car, I just checked it out to make sure everything was cool, so I'm like, bro, you can use my car for a little bit until you get your cars back, all right?
So you didn't rent him your car?
No.
You said, you're my friend, you can
for
borrow
free.
my car for free.
For free.
This is one of my best friends. You know, I came to a new high school not knowing a single person. This is one of the first people who actually, you know, accepted me for who I am and, you know.
Okay.
No signing a dot, no nothing. No, bro, you my man. We've been cool since like 10th grade. We rap, play basketball, all that. We do a lot of stuff together and be real.
Yeah.
It's my man. He kind of took advantage because when he took my car, he brought my car back, check engine light on. I go try to drive it up the street. It's overheating. I get to about a little past you. It's overheating and everything, so I stop. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, I put it in park. So after I get it out of park, I'm like, all right, let me just at least take it back to the house that right here. It shuts off on me. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I call Geico. I get it shipped over, I get it towed over to Dodge Chrysler.
When did you first notice the check engine light on?
Personally, I had never noticed the check engine light. When I returned the car, I got it, it was in the same condition that I received it in. So this, never to my knowledge, I never saw any.
Yeah, but then when he's saying when he turned on the car, then after you returned it,
right,
he then turns on the ignition and.
I dropped it off at his house. I don't understand how I can drop something off at someone's house if the vehicle is up in flames or smoking like the way he says it is.
How long did you have the car?
I had the car for about 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks?
Yes.
And there were no problems when you had the car?
Well, there's a few issues with the car. When you had to play with the key in the ignition to get it started, you know, the AC is a little funky, you know, sometimes it wouldn't work, sometimes it would blow out hot air. Other than that, you know, the windshield wipers, you know, didn't exactly work all the time. It's just little funky stuff in the car nothing that made it not go from point A to point B, which is all I needed it to do. I needed it to get me from work to home, maybe to Target, grab some groceries, or to the gas station, whatever the case may be. So I couldn't complain.
And you're saying under oath you never saw a check engine light or any of those lights on?
Yes, sir, I never.
Because normally you would look, just like you see if you've got fuel in the car, you would notice that.
Absolutely.
And you're saying it was never on?
I never saw the check engine
How
light.
old is the car? I mean, what model is it?
2014 Dodge Avenger. Look, it's a nice looking car, you feel me?
Yeah, very
It's a nice looking car. It's like a knockoff Challenger. For sure.
Okay, so it's a 2014, so it's 7 years old. How many miles did it have on about?
150.
150,000? And you didn't charge him at all?
Free. Nothing. He's my man. Like, why would I charge him anything? First of all, he just crashed his car, so why would I put all this extra stuff on top of him, let him just work with it? If stuff wasn't working, he could have texted me.
Let's see what was wrong with it.
Right, exactly. If you look at Exhibit A, the transmission pan leaking, what did you do? Replacement of spark plugs?
All right, okay, but the repair invoice is for $190.
Yeah, so that's just, exactly. That's $109 just to get it started so I can take it home so it's not sitting in the lot. So the rest of this, they wanted me to pay. I'm like, I didn't break this. I'm not paying this. And if I would have rented to somebody on hire car, insurance would have paid for that.
These things were wrong with the car whether you loaned it to him or not. So that would be on you. That's something that had nothing to do with the 2 weeks he was driving. Even if no one drives it poorly, it is absolutely reasonable to believe that after 150,000 miles, things wear down. You start getting leaks in cars. Everybody will tell you, you know that. And because of that, I dismissed the suit.
I think this leaves me and Quad's relationship in, a pretty good place. I think we came to a resolution here. I hope that we can just move past this and, make our, bring our friendship back to where it was.
Definitely gonna get my money somehow, some way.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.